the CPA is here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Gwen Ottenberg. I own Imagine That Toy.
JJ the CPA here. I don't know if they recognize me with my glasses.
I know.
And with your head turned. Hey, so we have got a special treat here because with this business, we are dealing with a true family-owned business. And you know, one of the things to note is that when you own a business, it is full buy-in from everybody in the family. When you have a spouse that owns a business, you own that business in the sense of it's got to be full buy-in. The commitment, the finances, there's no family-owned business. There's no spouse that in most circumstances single-handedly run that business. And so it doesn't matter who's doing the 9 to 5. When you have a family-owned business, your spouse, your partner is your number one advisor, which is always good to have because your advisor, your partner, your spouse, all rolled into one is looking out for you. They're looking out for the business and the finances that are involved. Everybody's got to be bought in to what's being done in that business. So it's a full family affair that you're going to see because also Gwen's parents are involved in the business, which is
We have so many things up in the air just trying to figure it out. I think you may be able to help me. Be able to help you back. I think we've all got to be in this together, and I'm looking for something to help me figure out what we need to do.
So when I got the application, if you will, and the video from Imagine That Toys, I was so excited. I've always been a massive fan of the toy store, and literally, I'll admit to you, I would go to Toys R Us at least every other month for my entire adult life. If anything, just to check it out, see if there was anything fun. And, you know, we're all just a kid at heart. And if you're not, you should try it.
This is the rest of my store. It's approximately 5,000 square feet. I carry everything from baby toys, arts and crafts, science, dolls, games, puzzles. Puzzles. It's an amazing category if we could get puzzles.
Up, and away.
Maybe it's taking a better look at how inventory flows and comes in.
You know, for any retail business, any kind of storefront business, if you're dealing with inventory, that is a make it or break it for any of those businesses. And that's the biggest focus for me when I'm looking at helping anybody in the retail industry.
This is my stock room. Kind of empty, somewhere in between. I probably have too much inventory. Some companies I have a ton of inventory on. Other companies I can't get it all.
So the biggest thing about inventory, right, is that many vendors want you to buy more. Well, of course. And they say, well, the more you buy, the less it's going to be. But the more you have, the more risk you have. So it doesn't matter so much that you have more and you're thinking, well, then I'm going to have more profit margin because my cost was less. But the thing is that if you're not going to be able to sell them all, so let's just say that you're only able to sell 80%, maybe 85% of that inventory, and now you're having to either sit on the rest or put it down to, you know, basement bargain prices. You have to look at it overall. And did you really save anything? Because if you have 10, 15, 20% of your inventory that you're now making no margin off of, then did it really help you to have a higher margin on the first 80%? Because you got to look at what was the overall average margin on that particular item, and having a good margin on 80% and very little to none, if not a loss on 20, when you do an overall average, you getting a better price by buying more inventory most likely yielded no overall benefit. It just sounded good.
I got it. I can do it. I can totally do it. What? Oh, are you ready for me? Sorry.
Isn't Gwen awesome as an owner of a toy store? I mean, she's just a big kid. It reminds me of you and I.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we're always having fun and we're always
Absolutely.
playing around. But, you know, I was just cruising through Facebook, looking at their social media, because that's what I do. I do social media, and I just ran across her playing with toys and having such a good time. And she has such a childlike heart and soul, and she's just awesome and funny. So,
well, you've got to have a childlike soul to own a toy store.
absolutely.
And I think a lot of people have said that about me. So we're two peas in a pod, I'm sure, on this. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to talk through some inventory strategies.
Plus the giveaway. So you're able to price it together. And if you already know up front, okay, a box this size costs us this much to ship. We know we need this much packing in it. We know that the birthday cost is this. Whatever little things, right? You're writing down these meticulous little things, and you're going, okay, what's the labor to do that? $2, $1, whatever. We assign a dollar amount. So then you go, okay, here's our base amount, and then you kind of make it simple. We just added this toy, so what are we selling 10 of those toys for? You already know what this price is. You already have everything figured out, and then like that, next week and next week, or I'm sorry, next month and next month and next month, it's not that big a deal to just go, okay, it's these 4 toys. We buy that one for $8.99. We sell it for $20. So it's $100, or it's a $200 pack.
Right.
We know we're going to give one away. We know we have $40 in cost in this. So to hit our margin, it's $250. And you already know, okay, so we made $11 per toy. We have this cost, and we threw an extra, $10 on that, or another 5% on it, or whatever.
So Amanda, what was your favorite toy growing up?
Oh, I had tons of Cabbage Patch dolls. Loved Cabbage Patch dolls and strawberry shortcake. Those were my go-tos. What about you, JJ?
Anything Superman or Return of the Jedi. Boom.
This is our shipping area. This is what's keeping us afloat right now. These are orders going out for UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Post Office. We're U.S. Postal Pickup 6 days a week. We have actually made that mark several years ago. Our online business, that's what's paying the bills right now.
So many small businesses, they don't even have the organization that I'm seeing with Imagine That Toys. When you're going behind the store anywhere, when you see shelves full of inventory, what that means is you got a successful business. They're tracking what they've got, and they really have a well-organized front. Gwen knows where everything is. One of the things I can't wait to get up there is to see what kind of inventory I can get my hands on, because I find that just fun. And then to have a separate area for shipping, a separate area for what's going out. This is what I know from them 100%, that they have a total lock on what inventory they have, where it is, how much. So when they're selling something, right, and it says there's 10, they sell it real time immediately. They know they have 9 left. But the key with inventory is you may know exactly how much you have on hand, but what I want to dive into deeper, especially when we get up there, is there any I can take home with me?
We have some fun around here too. We are my father and I are both certified balloon artists. That's a CBA. Qualitex World Headquarters are right around the corner, about 2 miles from us.
How awesome is that? Father and daughter doing stuff related to the store, but getting some certifications like that. I mean, this is totally Amanda and I. We love to have fun no matter what we're doing.
Maybe it's inventory management. Maybe it's keeping control of my costs.
You know what I immediately started thinking through, especially for Imagine That Toys, is what are ways that you could sell the toys before you even had to buy the inventory? And there's just massive potential as it relates to this that we talked about.
Toys R Us kid.
What you want to try and do is create a system that when it's 25 a week and you're noticing that people are doing back orders, like what continues to make this easy? So to me, what's easy is you make one order, and when people are like, hey, can I get the featured toy of the week? You say, you know what? We already sold out, because maybe you just have 1 or 2. We already sold out. So you bet, go ahead and buy it now, and then we'll have it in the store. You can come pick it up next week. Well,
Hey, JJ, I have a question for you. What do you think came first, the chicken or the egg?
Chicken, of course.
I don't know. I think we better ask Gwen.
Because why would we not have something that dances and giggles?
JJ, did you know that these guys are a Lego gold standard store? I love Legos. Check this out. It's New York City. I wish I had credit for it, but my son built it because my boys are big Lego people. So I'm so excited. Like, they're gold standard. They're legit.
You know, these people at Lego, they know what they're doing.
You know, when you're a boutique store, which is what I would imagine that toys in that category, it's partly because you've got something different, you got something special, you've got something that not everybody else has. And of course, that's including the relationships that you have, how much you care, the aspect that the owner is directly involved with that customer. But then very few businesses can achieve a true special distinguishment when they're smaller.
I'm a Lego Gold Standard store. That means I'm one of the premier Lego dealers in the entire country. I have most Legos in the state of Kansas. Here is my Lego wall. I worked very hard to earn that right to sell special and exclusive things. That means Lego and I are in agreement on things like philosophy and play and how children should play.
So one of the things that I was thinking through and didn't quite know what it would look like, they were already doing. And that was, is there a way to bring the shopping experience to the home of the kiddo? And I don't just mean I'm going online and watching some kind of quick video or reading a description, but check it out. Gwen was already all over it, and in fact had lined up a shopping experience with somebody in Chicago, a little kiddo. And what better experience, especially if you've got Gwen that's taking you on that virtual shopping experience.
Got an appointment on our Facebook page right now that you can book a FaceTime appointment because I have a friend in Chicago that's doing that. Super cool.
Okay, well, see, there. I mean, look, you're already doing it. So I think then every
We're
day.
not getting many, but that's not the point. Like you said, it's having it out there and being able to talk about it.
So what's key here is that when you're providing a service, you want your customers to be aware of it. But here's the interesting part, is that this is a service that right now wouldn't cost the customer any more, and it doesn't cost them any to do it, but it does require time. So it's okay, especially on this, that not everybody's taking advantage of this virtual shopping, for example. But what's key here is people are like, wow, that's interesting, that is cool. They do that. I think I want to be a part of.
I need this. I'm in a battle with the moms on the block.
Boom, I'm in. Wait, don't leave me.
Come on with me. Lots of toys. We carry Hot Wheels. We carry puzzles. We can barely find 1,000-piece puzzles because that's what everybody's looking for right now. Things to keep themselves busy. Normally, puzzle season is Q4. That's the holidays. That's when we make most of our money. This is our science wall. People are buying science kits to keep their kids busy. Governor has closed Kansas for schools. Schools haven't been in session for 3-4 months at this point.
You know, that's a real opportunity right now. It's a game changer with kids out of school, and with the shutdown, we're got all kinds of things that we can take advantage of.
I guess I should have said I'd love to do the show with you guys. You guys want to do the show?
Heavens, yes.
Awesome.
Okay, all right. I should have said that first. I mean, I was sold the second I read and then when I saw your video.
I'm so excited to be working with these guys. And I remember being, going and getting my very first Cabbage Patch doll from a toy store. So, and all the wonderful memories that I've had with my children. So I'm really excited that we get to work with these guys because there needs to be more Toy Stories.
Absolutely.
Here to help. Curbside 10 to 4, Monday through Saturday. Give us a call. We'll shoot you pictures of whatever you want to see. You know, I've got my Lego wall up there. We've been sending lots of pictures because kids love to work and manipulate, and we want to help them do that. Play is how kids learn and how kids deal with what's going on in the world. I'm Gwen at Imagine That Toys. Thank you for helping me spread a little joy.
All right, so what's next with Imagine That Toys? We are going up to Wichita and we're gonna check them out. We're gonna get in that back. We're gonna look at some inventory. And, you know, it's not the beach, but it is Wichita.
No place like home, Toto.
Oh, boom.
Work, cause money never sleeps. You never met a CPA quite like me. Nah, you never met a CPA quite like me.
You ready?
Yeah.
I forgot.
JJ, did you know that these guys are...
So Amanda, what was your favorite toy growing up?
Would have to be Cabbage Patch. Cabbage